detail. Left click, delete, drag, left drag, left drag. So yeah, the process you've seen here has been done for pretty much every barbed fighter enemy that I've made. There aren't a whole lot of different steps for any other given enemy you've seen either. Once you set up the animation, though, then it's animating time, and we'll do that in the next hour session. This has been kind of a rough and dirty introduction to how you can do all sorts of crazy stuff with Flash. Pretty much how I would set up a character. Just delete that. In. See what's wrong with this picture? Aku's gonna yell at me, maybe. Delete. The claw actually curves up from this perspective. And then down. Much better. And this line actually comes up into the claw. Need more detail. I can't zoom in anymore. You'll run into that limit too. Flash might be a vector program, but it turns out it has a maximum accuracy unit of 1/20th of a pixel. So you will eventually run into this zoom issue, which is why I recommend making models at scale. 200 or 400% is just fine. That toe on the outside. Don't have to be detailed with this toe because it's not facing the viewer like the other one is. Then we have that too. Then we need the classic raptor claw. Classic. Maybe I should look at more pictures of these at some point. Not enough detail. Select. Now I have more detail. Yay. Notice how I'm keeping all the pieces separate. Lol. Now here's something interesting. I got this line problem here. I need to put a line here. Why do you put a line if there's two fills connecting? Ink bottle. You don't use this much, but it does exist. This will fill anything you fill with lines. So I can select the line style and click on a fill, and it will apply that line style to it. Doesn't happen much, but it will happen. After actually looking at the claw on the foot, it looks pretty ridiculous. So I'm going to cut it down. That'll happen too. You'll make parts. They won't work well together. Really no avoiding it. So now these pieces I've made, I can delete them. And put them over here in the other leg that doesn't have them. No. Let's see. So there's where we're at right now. We have something like a raptor. Something like a leg. The body needs two colors, like they all do. I'm gonna call that belly. Just because. Right click that thing, copy frames, right click, paste frames. So the belly is pretty much already ready. I just actually have to move the body back. Belly doesn't need most of this complication. Snap. Now you may be asking, I saw the original barbftr enemies and they didn't have this complication. It's like, there's a reason. I didn't know any better. Al actually discovered this method. Now it's pretty much standard. Reasoning's pretty straightforward. If you happen to have a creature with two-tone belly, and you're using shape tweens on him, turns out it's going to be a lot easier to shape tween two independent, differently colored regions. So now what we've got is we have the body and the belly. The body's on top of the belly. So like that. That way, the shape tween won't screw up around the corner points, and it's a single color, which will cause Flash to behave a lot more nicely. It doesn't like multicolors, basically. It's not happy with that. So now I want to recolor everything. Now I have to go back in and fill. Double click. Okay, so we've done quite a bit of what you can do in Flash and how to draw things and set them up right. So the next section we shall have to focus on, after finished drawing this mess, how to animate this part. But it's good to break up streams into hour sessions, so that was part 1, how to draw stuff with Flash. So part 2.